Have you ever looked up at the sky and seen something so bizarre that it made your blood run cold? Strange lights flickering in the night, moving in ways no plane or star ever could, leaving you frozen with fear and confusion. In this video, we shall explore 8 of the most terrifying and unexplainable lights ever recorded. Sightings that have left towns gripped by fear and fueled countless UFO theories. These mysterious lights seem to defy all logic, sparking questions that remain unanswered. What could they be, and why do they terrify those who witness them? Let's dive into the chilling stories behind these unexplained lights that continue to haunt the skies. 1. Camera Trap, Patagonia, Argentina. One of the strangest and most baffling occurrences happened completely by accident. A wildlife camera, set up in the remote region of Patagonia, Argentina, caught something no one could explain. In the early hours of the morning, the camera captured 3 photos just 2 seconds apart, showing bright glowing lights moving downward in the sky. The camera was set up to track wildlife, not UFOs, and it captured something so out of place that it left the scientific community scratching their heads. These lights seemed to move closer to the camera, almost as if they were drawn to it. After some analysis, scientists dismissed the idea of a bug crawling across the lens or natural plasma phenomena. With no electrical activity in the area that night and no storms, the lights remain a mystery. Were these lights a natural phenomenon or something far more supernatural? Whatever they were, they continue to defy explanation. 2. Lights in Western Australia. In Western Australia's Midwest, strange lights began to appear in the sky, seen by residents across the region. It all began with a father and son driving through the countryside when they noticed what appeared to be a bright star. But something wasn't right. The lights began to flash in rainbow colors, moving in triangles, as if they were sentient, performing some sort of dance in the sky. The lights weren't alone. Numerous other witnesses came forward with similar accounts, all describing the same phenomenon. When the local observatory checked flight radar, they found no aircraft, and even the Department of Defense confirmed no military exercises in the area that night. One local suggested it could be atmospheric refraction, but no one could explain how a refraction could affect the entire region. It remains one of the most unexplained phenomena ever recorded, and the locals continue to wonder if the lights were a sign of something otherworldly. 3. The Lubbock Lights, Texas, 1951. In 1951, the small town of Lubbock, Texas, became the site of one of the most well-known unexplained light sightings. On August 25, 3 Texas Tech professors, enjoying a peaceful evening in their backyard, witnessed a formation of glowing blue-green lights moving across the sky in perfect formation. These were no meteors or planes. They appeared to be larger than stars and traveled at a high speed. Minutes later, another set of lights passed overhead. The professors were shocked, but the sighting didn't end there. Soon after, more residents came forward with similar reports, and one of the professors even managed to capture 5 shots of the lights in a V-shaped formation. However, when the Air Force investigated, they couldn't come to any conclusions. What were these strange lights that seemed to defy all logic? To this day, no one knows, and the Lubbock Lights remain one of the most baffling unexplained sightings in history. 4. Martin City Lights, Montana, 2023. In the early hours of the morning, a man named O'Brien Bird stepped outside his home in Martin City, Montana, to witness something that would leave him questioning reality. A series of 4 bright lights, arranged in the shape of a cross, were hovering in the sky, surrounded by a pulsing glow. The lights were massive, about 10 times the size of the largest star in the sky, and they were not moving or making any sound. O'Brien watched the lights for over 20 minutes through his spotting scope and noticed they changed colors, shifting from red to blue and then to green. But the strangest thing happened when he went inside for a moment. When he returned, the lights were gone. O'Brien wasn't the only one who had seen these lights. Locals had reported similar sightings for years. Could these lights be something man-made, or are they a phenomenon yet to be understood? Whatever they are, the mystery remains unsolved. 5. The Posselkar Devils, Finland. In southeastern Finland, there's a lake known as Posselkar, and for centuries, locals have reported strange, glowing orbs floating over the water. Known as the Posselkar Devils, these lights appear at night, hovering or darting across the surface of the lake, and sometimes even crossing into the nearby forest. Fishermen have sworn that they've seen these lights for years, long before electricity was even available. Some describe the lights as being white or blue, while others say they flicker like flames. On occasion, a single orb will hover for several minutes before darting off, as though it's alive. One story even claims that a light followed a fisherman back to shore, almost as if it was guiding him. The lake itself sits in an old meteor crater, which has fueled speculation that the lights could be connected to some sort of meteorological or geological anomaly. Whether they are spirits of the drowned or trapped demons, no one knows. But one thing is certain: these lights continue to haunt the area. 6. Churbati, India. In the Kutch Desert of India, the phenomenon known as Churbati, or ghost lights, has been reported for generations. These strange glowing orbs appear over the salt flats at night, hovering in place, darting sideways, or splitting into smaller lights before disappearing. The lights can be white, blue, or red and often move silently across the desert floor. The lights are described as hovering low to the ground and sometimes moving along the horizon for minutes without any sound. The area is far from any roads, making it impossible to attribute the lights to car headlights. On March 8, 1994, locals witnessed the lights almost every night, and some even describe them as spinning rapidly in the sky. What causes Churbati? Could it be a natural phenomenon, or is it something far more unsettling? 7. 1994 Michigan Lights, Michigan, USA. On March 8, 1994, residents of West Michigan were struck by an eerie sight that would never be explained. Over 300 people reported seeing glowing red, white, and blue lights hovering in the sky above towns like Holland, Grand Haven, and Muskegon. The lights were initially dismissed as something ordinary, but after the sports writer, Lee Lamberts, reported seeing them, others began to notice the lights as well. They hovered at about 100 feet off the ground, moving slowly before disappearing. A meteorologist named Jack Bushung checked his radar and saw strange objects moving in ways no known aircraft could. Despite the Air Force's explanation of flares from a training exercise, witnesses insisted the lights were something else entirely. To this day, the Michigan lights remain one of the most mysterious, unexplained phenomena in the U.S. 8. Surrey Lights, Surrey, Canada. In December 2020, residents of Surrey, British Columbia, were baffled when they noticed strange lights in the sky. Photos of the lights circulated on local social media, showing multicolored glowing lights. People initially speculated that the lights could be from nearby cannabis greenhouses, a common source of light pollution. However, others pointed out that the lights looked too unusual, leading some to believe they were something more mysterious, like a UFO or a light pillar. The phenomenon didn't have an easy explanation, and no official report has provided an answer. Some theorized it could have been an optical effect caused by ice crystals in the air, but the lights continued to spark conversations and debates. What are these lights, and why are they so hard to explain? There you have it, 5 of the most chilling and unexplainable lights ever seen in the sky. From the eerie glow of strange orbs to the haunting flicker of lights that defy logic, these events have left us questioning what really lies beyond our world. While some may argue these lights have natural explanations, others can't shake the feeling that there's something far more mysterious at play. What do you think? Are these just strange phenomena, or is there something more sinister hiding in the sky? Keep your eyes on the heavens. You never know what might appear next. If you enjoyed these eerie stories, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on more spine-chilling content. Until then, stay curious, and keep exploring the mysteries that surround us.